Recently, I've had quite a few people reach out with questions about making a move right here in the Chicago Metro. So in this video, I'm answering all the top questions that I receive most frequently. So keep watching. What's happening, everybody? This is Austin Weiss, your go-to home advisor right here in the Chicagoland area. If you have plans of making a move anywhere in the Chicago Metro, you've come to the right place because I do a ton of content all about what it's like to work, eat, live, and play right here in the Chicagoland area. And you're always welcome to reach out to me by phone, text, email, days, nights, weekends, and I would love to connect with you and help you in any way with your real estate plans. Today, I'm sharing with you my top 5 FAQs I think you should know before diving deep into your moving plans. And number 5 is the most popular, so make sure you stick around and watch until the very end. But let's get into it, starting with number 1. Should we move now or should we wait for some future date? Now, time frame really depends on what's best for yourself and your family. For instance, if you don't start a job for a few months, maybe it doesn't make sense to make a move right away, or if you have kids in the school system you're currently living in and you want them to finish that semester or the school year, maybe that makes the most sense. And let me say this, timing the market is virtually impossible. So instead of choosing some arbitrary date you read about online when is the best time to move, or that your Aunt Betty, who used to be in real estate 15 years ago, told you to do, what I recommend is coming up with a real estate plan, and this is something that I help people do on a regular basis. If you watched any of my other videos, I talk extensively about planning up front and putting together a time frame and criteria that's best for your individual scenario. So again, if you need help with this, feel free to reach out to me by phone, text, or email, and I'd be glad to discuss and put that plan together with you. Now, the second question that usually comes after when should we move is we have to sell a house in order to buy one there in Illinois. Now, the company I work for has the largest referral network here in North America, and I've helped several families from out of state and country sell their place before making a move to the Chicagoland area. So if that's you, feel free to reach out to me and I'll connect you with one of my agents that I know, like, and trust in your area and help you sell your house for the absolute most amount of money. Now, selling a house simultaneously while buying another one can be a tricky process, and if you do it wrong, you can end up costing yourselves tens of thousands of dollars. So I did an entire in-depth video that you can watch. I'll link it down in the description box below, and I highly recommend watching that video if this is your scenario. And of course, you're always welcome to reach out to me and we can talk through it, and I'll help you out depending on what your scenario is and your time frame. So, number 2, what are the costs associated with buying real estate in the Chicagoland area? So, great question. Basically, what you need to know is that, like anything you buy in this world, the sticker price is not the final sale price, and in real estate, you're gonna have some additional expenses on top of the purchase price, such as hiring professionals to help you with that transaction. So you're gonna hire an attorney, an inspection team, a lender, and you're gonna need homeowners insurance. Going along with that, it's highly unlikely you're gonna move into any house and not make some sort of updates or repairs, whether that's carpet and paint or more extensive projects like tearing out walls. Even if you're on the sales side, you're probably gonna freshen up your house before putting it on the market for sale. And or after the buyer does their inspection, you might have to repair or replace some things. And then finally, they're gonna have closing costs, so title fees and transfer tax stamps. If you wanna know specifically what these costs are, I did an entire video about closing costs here in Chicagoland. I'll put a link down in the description box below. Number 3 FAQ, we're relocating to Chicago for a brand new job. Do you think we can still qualify for a loan on a house? Now, first of all, congratulations on the new job. It's awesome that you're starting this new adventure in your life. You're maybe moving to an area where you don't know very many people, and you have a ton of opportunity to explore new things. So that's super exciting for you. Now, from strictly a jobs perspective, as long as you're starting a job that's within the same career field and you're going to be making roughly the same amount of money or more, I don't think you should have a problem qualifying for a mortgage. Now, we'll get into the financial side of it in the next question here in just a little bit. If you haven't quite started your new job yet, you have a future start date, go to your employer and get a commitment letter explaining your job title, your salary information, when you're going to begin, and then put your manager's contact information on there. You're going to hand that to the lender in lieu of any pay stubs or documentation from your employer, and they'll use that to help you qualify for a loan. Now, I've had several people relocate from out of country, and all you need to do is make sure that you have your documents in the right order. So feel free to reach out to me and I will help you with that process and connect you with a lender that specializes in helping people move to Chicago from out of country. And that takes us right into number 4. But before we continue, if you find value in any of my videos, I would greatly appreciate it if you could smash that thumbs up button. It helps my videos reach out to more people like you who are looking for awesome educational videos about relocating to the Chicagoland area. And it would do me a great favor if you tapped that subscribe button. It helps the YouTube algorithm push my content out to more people and educate as many people as possible, which is ultimately my main goal. Number 4, how do we go about getting a pre-approval for a loan? Now, lenders are gonna dive deep into your financials, so you need to make sure that you have as many documents in order as you possibly can, such as your employment history, your tax returns, and anything else that they ask for, because you're gonna submit all that documentation to them. They're gonna use that to qualify you for a loan and for how much. Now, some of the main things they're gonna be looking at is your credit history and score, your down payment amount, and along with that is your employment and subsequently your income. Now, a high income amount doesn't always matter or qualify you for a loan if you have a large amount of debt. So they're also going to look into your debt to income ratio. That's essentially how much debt you have obligated each and every month to pay out, and weigh that against how much income you bring in each and every month. Now, going off of this, another question I receive frequently is, do you have lenders you recommend working with? And absolutely I do. I have several lenders that are familiar with the Chicagoland area and I work with on the reg, and they're fantastic, not only with their fees and rates, but they're great with communication. And I couldn't ask for anything more other than a lender that picks up the phone, because their contact information is going to be going on your offer contract to the seller. And more oftentimes than not, the seller's agent is going to pick up the phone and call the lender to ask them some qualifying questions. If your lender doesn't pick up or get back to them in a timely fashion, that's a huge red flag to the seller, and they may choose to go with another offer. Number 5, and the one question I receive most frequently, is where should we move to within Chicagoland? Should we consider living downtown Chicago, or should we move out to the Chicago suburbs? Now, I recommend you reach out to me so that we can connect on a Zoom call or in person and put together that dream home plan I discussed earlier in this video. We'll go over your lifestyle needs, what you're looking for in a home, a neighborhood, and anything else that's important to you, such as commute time to work, schools, and whatever. Now, I highly recommend upfront, before ever going to look at homes, you narrow down your search to 4 or 5 areas that you could potentially see yourself living in, and then go explore those areas in person. Eat at the restaurants, play at the parks, drive the neighborhoods so that you can determine whether or not it's worth your time of viewing homes in those particular towns and neighborhoods. That's gonna save you a ton of time, frustration, and energy in the long run, and you can more quickly get to your favorite house. And remember, you're not the only one looking at those homes, so this is definitely something that you should do up front. Now, if you're looking for a zero pressure, relationship-based real estate experience that lasts a lifetime, you can reach out to me by phone, text, email, days, nights, weekends, and I would absolutely love to connect with you and help you in any way possible. But until next time, I'll catch you guys later.